Researcher Anita Woolley and her colleagues set out to answer what differentiates successful teams from unsuccessful teams. She examined the group behaviors of almost 700 people. She separated them into teams, then assigned them a series of tasks. Each task required a different set of collaborative skills, ranging from conjuring creative solutions to solving a thought problem to planning a trip to the grocery store. Sure enough, some teams worked really well together, but others, not so much. What made the successful group so successful? The data appeared confusing at first. Some were managed by strong alpha-type leaders, while others had the authority more evenly distributed. Some teams had intelligent people who deliberately divided the solutions into bite-sized tasks. Others divvied up the workload by considering individual team members' superpowers before assigning any jobs. Lots of variation, not a lot of insight. There weren't any obvious commonalities that predicted success until the researchers started looking at relational issues. The one superpower all the successful groups had in common was how they behaved towards each other, how they treated one another relationally, with an interesting demographic twist we'll get to in a minute. From this relational treatment sprang a group intelligence, and it was the degree of this group intelligence that predicted how successful a team became. Woolley's team named this group intelligence C-factor, short for collective factor. The higher the C-factor in a group, the more successful the group was at their tasks, no matter how sophisticated or mundane. The difference wasn't trivial. C-factor consists of 3 elements. You can think of it as a stool supported by 3 legs. In Woolley's study, all 3 elements needed to be present simultaneously to support the weight of the superstar scores. I'm guessing you'd like to know the components of C-factor. Without further ado, here they are. Number 1. Members of the group excel at being able to read each other's social cues. Number 2, members of the group take turns in conversation. And number 3, the more women in the group, the higher the C-factor.